The cost of opportunities is always good to know, but if you know that, then you're good to go. Yeah. No dreams too big, chase anything, got the passion to do. Only a dream till it happens to you. Finally seeing money, now I'm acting a fool. Never thought touring the world.
What's up, guys? It's Wednesday. It is hump day. Happy hump day to all of you out there. Sitting on my front porch right now recording this video. Today I did not decide to go to the gym. I decided to take a rest day. Turned my alarms off as soon as I laid in the bed last night and said I'm just gonna wake up when I feel like waking up. And I just had a lot on my mind, so I wanted to record this video. I wanted to get a little scenery. I usually record upstairs, sitting on my little couch, but I did not want to do that this week. So I'm like, let me go outside and enjoy the beauty of my neighborhood. I never really even realized how beautiful it is out here. But some things I want to talk about, because over the weekend I had a really I had a setback where I was doubting myself. I was not very confident. Like, the three things I believe in is faith, patience, and confidence, and those three things were not I would say they were not resonating with me. So I was dealing with a lot of things in my mind, a lot of demons and everything, but I got through it. But one thing I really wanted to talk about is, you always hear this, people say people who are being down on themselves always say everything always goes wrong. They always say nobody's perfect. But I honestly, I do not believe in the fact that things go wrong. I don't believe there's such thing as something bad happening in life, and I don't believe that perfection does not exist. I believe that it's the complete opposite. Everything in your life is such a good thing. Everything that happens to you is supposed to happen. Whether you think it's bad, no, it's just that whatever happens to you is supposed to happen. And people always say nobody's perfect. That is not true. Everything in your life, everything that exists is perfect. You're perfect just the way you are. And I'm gonna get into a few topics because I kind of want to relate to everyone out there. So if you've ever played a professional sport, and just say you get to the championship game and you lose that championship game and you feel down on yourself, now what are you gonna do? You're gonna go sit there and sulk and cry about it? No, because you were supposed to lose that championship game. Because how are you ever supposed to know what it feels like to win a championship game if you've never faced failure of actually losing a championship game? Michael Jordan played for years, and he did not get that championship until he faced defeat, until he got knocked on his ass so many times before he got those 6 rings. So if you've ever played a professional sport and you've lost a tough, important game, you were supposed to lose that game. That shit was supposed to happen that way, because you would never know how it feels to win unless you lost that game. I've had so many people in my life pass away. I've lost, there's like too many to count, like probably around like 10 important people in my life have passed away. And instead of looking at it as, people look at funerals as, oh, it's so sad, it's such a sad time. No, it really should be a celebration. You should want to live in the honor of, the person that passed away. That person passed away. That person, hopefully they lived a good life. They existed. So you should not, cry about it. You should not, feel down. You should take that person and live in their honor. Yeah, I've lost so many people. I know everyone out there has lost someone that's important to them. So don't be sad about it. You should definitely celebrate that and be happy. If you know somebody who has a disability, or you have a disability yourself, use that disability to your advantage. Don't look at that disability like, oh, why did the world do this to me, or why did the world, bring this upon me? Use that disability to your advantage. There's many good things that can come from it. There's many opportunities that you would never even be placed into, or people that you might not have met if it wasn't for you having that disability, or your brother or your sister or whoever having this disability. If you're in school and then you failed a test, that you studied your ass off for. Who cares if you failed that test? That should drive you and motivate you to go out and next time on that test perform even better. You should go home and be like coming up with new studying methods to be like, man, I'm gonna blow this test out of the water next time. And then you go take that test again and you get an A plus. Just say you got a D minus on the previous test, and you went home, you studied your ass off, you found a way to even get better, and you came back and got an A plus on that test. That's because that was supposed to happen. You were supposed to fail that test. So don't be down on yourself about failing the test. Another thing, if you've ever been brokenhearted, I know many of you have been brokenhearted. Hell, I've been brokenhearted my damn self, and it's probably one of the shittiest things that you can experience in life, but it's really one of the greatest gifts that you can ever receive, because being brokenhearted teaches you so many things. It opens your eyes up to so many opportunities. It opens your eyes up to see the world in such a different light. Like when you've been brokenhearted, you just you definitely grow, because it's an experience. You have to, everybody in their lifetime is going to be brokenhearted, but if you have the right mindset and you tackle that and be like, I'm going to grow and be better than this, because for your next relationship or whatever you go through, you're going to be so much better off, because you learn, you grow, you gain so much knowledge and so much wisdom from being brokenhearted. If you ever cheated on someone, or if you have ever been cheated on, you learn from that. You can't, you know what I'm saying, you don't go through relationships without experiencing some shit like that happening to you. Hell, if you've ever talked to somebody that you like or some shit, and then this person stopped responding back to you, that shit was supposed to happen as well. How would you ever what am I even trying to say here? If somebody, just say you start talking to somebody and then they just stop responding back to you, or some crazy shit like that, that just teaches you, hey, you got to move on to the next one. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and be like, what the fuck, what's wrong with me, or this and that. No, fuck it, on to the next one. There's so many people in this world, and you know what I'm saying, you're the prize. That person's not the prize. You're what's important. So don't be looking at it like, oh, what's wrong with me? No, what's wrong with them? Because they're missing out on you. That's the way you're supposed to look at that. And if you have another thing, if you have a criminal background, just say you grew up in your life and you were committing crimes, and you were not a good person growing up. Who cares? That you can right your wrongs. Just what you did in the past does not define who you are now. If you committed crimes and you did some bad shit in your life back then, turn yourself around, and that shit was supposed to happen to you. How would you, just say you committed all these crimes and then you get to a point in your life where you're like, damn, I really need to change who I am. You would have never got to that point if you would not have done the shit that you did that got you to that point. So you were supposed to commit those crimes, because that made you see that, hey, committing these crimes and doing all this dumb shit is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I have a greater purpose in life. There's something out here that's greater for me. So, and then another thing, if you failed at something when you tried your hardest, all you can do is say, hey, I did my best. That's all you can do, is look at that and say, I did my absolute best. See, that really is the problem. We have this society that judges people off the way that they look, the way that they act, and everything. So that's like I said, society is what's programmed to make us believe that nothing that exists is perfect. I don't give a fuck if you're skinny, if you're overweight, if you have a crooked nose, if you don't have the best eyebrows, whatever the case may be, if you have body image issues, I don't give a fuck what you think about yourself. Embrace that shit. Love yourself for who the hell you are. You're perfect just the way that you are. Like, I have this little pouch, like my lower abs. Whenever I'm in a caloric surplus and when I'm eating a lot, my lower abs just disappear, and I have this little fat pouch down here. And for the longest time, I'm like, fuck, like, man, I hate this shit, but man, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I fucking love this shit. This is who I am. This is who I'm gonna continue to be. You know, I don't give a fuck if I blow up to be 300 pounds. I'm gonna love the shit out of my big 300-pound ass. If I'm, you know, 140 pounds, I'm gonna love the shit out of being 140 pounds. Just love yourself for who you are. Stop letting other people tell you who you are, who you can and cannot be. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. The reason that, you know, people say that, you know, nobody's perfect or perfection doesn't exist and all this shit is because we've been programmed as human beings to believe that perfection does not exist. I mean, look around in the world. Everything is here because it's supposed to be here. I'm sitting on my fucking porch right now talking to you guys about this shit because I'm supposed to be here. If I would have never went through the heartache that I went through, if I would have never grown up being a kid who was overweight, who was, you know, who was very smart as a kid but just never got acknowledged the way I thought I should be acknowledged, I wouldn't be sitting on this porch talking to you guys right now. Can you just think about that? What if my life was completely different? What if I would never become a personal trainer? What if I would never had the opportunity to make the impact on so many people's lives as I have? What if I would have grown up and my life would have went another way and I would have been gang banging or doing some shit that, you know, isn't who I am today? You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to be where you are. If you're watching this video and you're sitting on the couch or you're sitting in class or you're sitting in school or you're sitting wherever the hell you're supposed to be sitting, just think about all the shit that you've done in your life. All the things that you say are negative, they're not negative. They're very good things because they led you to even watching this video right now. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the case is, if you have something like I said, if you have a disability or if you've been in a car accident or you know, you failed test or you just whatever the case may be, the universe led you to exactly where you're supposed to be right now in your life. I think you guys need to really step back, take the time and really look at things for what they are, really appreciate, you know, where you are in life. I don't know, you guys have lived, you know, whoever's watching this video, maybe you've lived 12 years, maybe you've been on this earth for 21 years, maybe you're 50 years old. Imagine how much, that's a very long time to be alive. So sit back for a second and really take all that in and appreciate it and realize that everything in this life is perfect. Everything that happens to you is supposed to happen to you. Everything happens for a reason, because like I said, you would never be where you are if it wasn't for everything that you've accumulated over the span of your lifetime. So that's it for this video. I hope I got my message across. I hope you guys, you know, take this video, spread it around to whoever, you know, you think may need it. So take this video and send it to one other person, have that person send it to another person, and just get the word out. All right, man, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great, productive week. It's been a very successful week for me, so I will see you guys in the next video. Comment, like, subscribe, please, and thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to really get these points across, get this message across, but we're gonna keep building out here. So I'll see you guys in the next video.
The cost of opportunities is always good to know, but if you know that, then you're good to go. Yeah. No dreams too big, chase anything, got the passion to do. Only a dream till it happens to you. Finally seeing money, now I'm acting a fool. Never thought touring